What's going on, my little dump detectives? File in because this is your voicemail dump truck for Thursday, May 16th, 2024. That's right, gumshoes. I've got a mystery for you, and it's solving this here dump truck. Where are the dumps coming from? How come we have so many? How come it only picks up twice a month? That doesn't seem like it's often enough at all. We will be solving all these mysteries and more on today's very prestigious voicemail dump truck. Joining me in the paddy wagon, the one, the only, who looks like he's wearing a Department of Corrections jumpsuit, Dan Riker.
Hello, I think it's terry cloth.
Okay, tell Terry I said hi.
Yeah. Hey, easy joke we're all gonna make. Let's go.
Jeff Grubb coming in like Chris Farley, moving his arms like that. I love it. What's up, buddy?
I'm doing good. I saw you boys standing. I'm like, I could do it too. And then I almost broke my camera, so I'm doing great. It's working. We're fine.
Yeah, the Battlefield Earth angles here.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. Got your Dutch angles. Yes.
Oh, see, I was going to use the 1960s Batman villain angle like they did whenever we were in the Joker's lair.
Caesar Romano there. Oh, yeah, Grubb could be the new Caesar Romano.
Oh,
yeah,
totally.
I could see it.
Yeah. And our own little Joker, Jan Ochoa. How are you, bud?
That's me. Been working on my Tight 5 for the past 12 years. We're almost there, guys.
You got game sent juice on my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
That's what happened today on the internet.
Look, you that's your space. That's on you. You know the risk.
When you go down into the basement, Grubb, is it hit you in the face, the smell? Like is it the smell?
It dissipates surprisingly well. Now there's hints, there's remnants, definitely. Sure. But I wouldn't say it hits me like a brick. Like if he's setting it off actively, definitely they smell it upstairs. But
I try to be sparing with it.
Sure. Yeah. You're known for your restraint. Yeah.
That's my main gimmick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Proud of your scent restraint. It's very big of you. Dib came home from school today and he goes, I got a story for you, Dad, but first I'm going to go make turd.
Great. Oh, so he's entering his gross phase now.
Like,
okay.
Wow. Oh, no.
Actually,
right.
wait, I take it back. He said, I'm going to go turd, which I think is funny,
turd.
which
Not
is
a
actually
verb.
pretty funny.
I think I like go make turd better.
But go turd, like, dude, just go turd. Go turd at it. And I'm like, did you hear that from someone? And he's like, nope, just came out of my brain just now. And I was
Like this turd's about to.
You know what the problem is? It's because like we have all melded our language together and we use less words than we used to because of working with each other, that it's like seeping out into our personal lives and infecting our loved ones, like the gamer scent is.
It's 100%. Gamer scent affects thousands of gamers every day.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you next, Bacalar.
Sure, like I'll plug
No, it's
that
going
in.
to Minotti. He is protesting, but this is part of the Blight Club code now.
It's part of the
love
curse.
that.
Yeah.
Wow, what a big get for game scent.
Yeah, is this what they wanted? Because we're not into it.
Fine. Just tell.
Like they're getting a lot of screen time, but
To be fair, it is amazing that it's an Internet of Things device. I think we're very into that part, that we could set it off remotely.
I am definitely into that part. Yes.
100%. So I got a loose story. Last night he texted me. I was up here watching hockey, and he texted me. He goes, "Can you Zelle for me?"
Oh, a loose story. I think you said a loose story. Okay.
No, it's
Yeah, I thought so
it's a
too.
Lou
And it's like, that's what
Bacalar
this whole
story.
show is, Bacalar. It's all
Yeah.
loose.
It's very loose. Believe me, I know. It's loose. It's also loose fitting. Anyway, he goes, "I need you to Zelle for me," and I was like, "All right." So I went downstairs, and I'm like, "All right, what do you need to do?" Like, he's like, "Zelle his friend," right? He says his friend. I go, "What's this friend's name?"
Stormy Daniels.
How do I, how do I? So I'm like,
Who's that?
So I'm like, you have an app. You have your bank app on your phone. Like, do you want me to show you how to Zelle someone? Maybe even down the road, you can Zelle me and I can Zelle you. Wouldn't that be a father-son bonding experience that you've waited 30 years to have with me? So my man is like, he doesn't know his password. He doesn't know. It takes a while to finally log in. And like, he's going through the process of like doing all this stuff. And I was like trying to think, I was like, is this what like Paul Riker would do? Like, I feel like Paul Riker's a Zelle. He's not a Zelle guy.
I'll tell you this right. Quick anecdote. Sister's getting married. I got the Airbnb, and my dad and his two sisters had to pay me for it. I got 3 physical checks in the mail from Kansas.
Hell yes.
So
That's
nice.
incredible.
So my point being is like, he's getting mad for this one-time sign up, which, let's be honest, takes all of 35 seconds. Like, it's not like, hey, check your bank account for like this cent deposit.
Sure.
It's none of that. It's just like, what's the 2FA for the text and the whole thing. And he's like going through the process, and he's like visibly upset at me that like this is my fault. Like all this convenience.
generations.
You know? It's like I can see it in his eyes.
Damn
He's just
Pepsi
like,
generation's at it again.
he's just annoyed with the fact that like I'm making life a little smidge easier. And it's not like all of his other 70-year-old friends are not using this.
But
they are asking to sell him.
But in his
Like,
head, it's going to give his phone a virus and he's going to get hacked.
see, I don't think it's that. I think he's just like, you know, this is the same guy who like loves to yell at customer service people like it's their fault, like it's their company.
That's
But,
fun.
like,
That's a crowd pleaser.
He used to wait for mail and stuff. This is
Oh, he
so
does-
much
he-
faster.
You know what? I'll say this: I don't have to worry about ever getting my mail because he's my man. Like he's out there.
okay.
He's out there hawkishly perched up on the stoop, just waiting for that little white truck to roll by.
Old
and he just
people love
pounces.
mail.
And just pounces. He's just like, got it. And he's there. So thank you for that. But yeah, you know, he actually went through with it, and he's like, well, how do I? He goes, well, how do I balance my checkbook now?
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't know, man. It's the third period. I got to see how this game shakes out. I'll see you later, buddy.
It's my dad's birthday recently, so I sent him, as is always requested, a Chipotle gift card in the mail, and so I sent that to him. And I called him on his birthday, and I texted him. I was like, "Hey, you're going to get something in the mail today." He's like, "What is it? Is it going to be USPS? Is it going to be is it going to be UPS? Is it going to be FedEx?" I'm like, "I'm not sure how they're sending it. It'll arrive today." He's like, "Well, I need to know. I need to plan my day out." And I was like, "Well." It's going to be there. It'll fit. It's fine. It's like, okay, so I guess I'll just sit on my porch all day and just wait for this. And it's like, you don't have to do that. What are you talking about?
So, like, I just don't know where this energy comes from, right? Like, I
they
just
saw
don't.
one 11 o'clock p.m. news story 25 years ago about the internet's coming, and people might steal stuff off your porch, and they're going to steal your credit card information, and it's been with them ever since.
Yeah.
My story like this is I would occasionally order stuff off of Amazon, not even like early Amazon, because that's like the 90s, but like, you know, in the mid 2000s when I was still like times are tough, moving back in with my parents for a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I'd get like once a month, get something from Amazon. And my mom was her big accusation. Well, and you know, it wasn't just that. I was like writing about video games early, so I was getting stuff sent to me from like companies too. She'd be like, "Oh, you're keeping mail order catalogs in business." I'm like, "Oh, am I now?" Okay, all right.
What
yeah.
a bird.
What? Yeah. What is that?
I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay. First of all, this thing actually was free. I'm sorry. Whatever.
And now, look, as much as I'd like to spend 2 hours a week just shitting on boomers, like. It's just too easy. I don't know, but I still think, you know, he's 71, like he's still an edge case. I know so many people well into their 70s who are just like completely fluent, like they're cool.
My
like,
dad's
they get
60. That's 61.
I don't
Come
think
on.
age is a thing with Paul Reichert. I don't think that's
guess
what that
that's
is.
true.
That's not
Yeah.
really
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so weird. Like every decision is so weird. Do you know what I mean? Like just the way we choose to interact with the world around us, supremely strange. Laying in bed the other, I think I said it, and Stacy's like, "You're just so not like him. Like you're just so not him." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
It's good to hear that, though. Like, I hear the
Oh,
same thing from
buddy.
Bianca. And
I
I'm
made
like,
a meal
okay,
out of
good,
that. Let me
good.
tell you. Yeah. Like,
Yep.
And nothing
are there
against
things you
Sweet
do
Lou,
that where like occasionally you do feel like, oh shit, that is just like them? Because I have that sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
just
my
the
kid-
racism, right? Like just.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, right. It's just off the
That
charts.
is not. There's one thing he's not. That is
Also,
what he's
yes,
not.
also
yes.
my dad not.
My kids will hurt themselves and I will get mad at them. Like internally, I'm like trying to hold it in, but I'm like, I told you not to do that. You're going to get hurt. And I remember being a kid and be like, why are you mad at me? I'm the one that's in pain. This
Yeah.
sucks. Why are you mad at me also? I'm like, okay, so I got to like not do that. But naturally, like my initial like bodily reaction is, I told you not to do that. You got hurt. I'm mad at you. And I'm like, okay, that's something I got to keep in check. But that's so like my parents, especially my dad. And I'm like, now I'm like, oh, I kind of get it.
I can only grow a mustache.
No,
Yeah.
you gotta chin.
Yeah, but
Chin-
like
chin
this
fuse?
is the extent of it. You
Yeah,
know?
but that's
like,
more than a
That's good, though.
mustache.
Yeah, you know, would love to grow full beard but my father could only grow a mustache.
I not a whole wrestling tangent, but have you seen Dominic Mysterio's mustache lately?
It's gorgeous. It's amazing.
A work of art.
Incredible. It is the best mustache.
God.
Yeah.
People are saying that Paul and Lou should share time on the dump truck. I just like, we'll get canceled. We'll get canceled.
I don't know if I
Paul,
can.
Lou, and Dib.
Well, no, you would
Nothing in between.
That's child abuse, number one.
I don't know if I can produce that week, y'all.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
we'll
like
see what,
it would have to be pre-recorded, of course. Like not like come on, of course. And it would be 14 seconds long.
It'd be so bad.
It'd be so bad.
Yeah, just for everyone involved.
Oh, what a nightmare.
But what if it won't be?
It will be.
You know what though? Like I'm dead serious, Dan. I think they would get along way faster than they don't.
In just the way of just like, oh, remember back when you could just do this, and now the kids got a bad. You know,
like remember?
Yes, yeah.
Remember you could get testicle surgery and not immediately rupture the stitches? Remember that? And they'd be like, yeah, of course. Those were the good old days. The 19 what have yous.
They would bond over going to the bank. Like they would have a lot of fond memories of going to a bank.
Yeah.
My dad thinks that he is getting back at a chain of banks by taking all the pens. He thinks he is like somehow sticking it to the man.
That's like sticking it to your fellow customers.
And the people that have to just restock the pens.
Right. He's just like, one day they're gonna be pissed. I'm
Dan,
like, dude, whatever, man.
What do you think would happen if you gave your father like a shoot giant check?
Oh, he'd be thrilled. Are you kidding me?
No, but like, what do you think he would do with it? Like, would he try and take it to the bank?
He is a man that has no motivation for anything unless he can save or get money. So even as inconvenient as possible, if it was the size of a house, the check, he would bust his ass the way he is not in over a decade to get it to the bank and get it cashed with a smile on his face the entire time.
What if we do this, but with a Chipotle gift card, and we just like enlarge
we could
the
do that,
print?
Right? Yeah. All you gotta do is just make the barcode bigger.
Yeah.
He would ask them nicely about making it more convenient for himself, but we would have to talk to people at the store level. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Does he, when he goes to get Chipotle, he doesn't like add the Chipotle card to his mobile account, right? I know I'm speaking not.
Come on.
He's got a whole scheme now with McDonald's where it's like every time he goes to McDonald's, they've got like a survey thing. If you like make an account and rate something on, so he'll go to McDonald's.com, he'll type in the code from the receipt, and it's like got a buy two get one free thing or something. So he'll like buy them and put one in the fridge or something, and then use the receipt for the next one. So he's got this like infinite energy machine of like cheap McDonald's coming in.
But apparently that's
perpetual motion. Yeah.
For whatever reason, I was like served one of those videos on YouTube, and where like they were like, "Oh, you sign up for that app, and you're getting a lot of McDonald's for free." Like,
oh, sure.
There was something there. So maybe your dad's onto something.
Did you guys ever balance your checkbook?
I don't know what a checkbook is.
Yeah. I learned it when I first got a checkbook when I was like 15, but then past that, no.
Well, yeah,
like late high school maybe, and then I was like, "What? I can see this all online?" Okay,
right, exactly. It was all online pretty quickly, and now it's like every transaction I make gets texted to me. You're like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, like that was my first thing. And I laughed when he said his checkbook, and I'm like, "You dumb." Okay, fine. And then I was just like, "You are much more susceptible to error." Why do you not see that?
Because they'll hack it.
And I don't think it's that. I think there is just this inherent distrust. I think it comes from mostly a place of like fear, where it's like, this thing is going to swallow me up whole if I don't keep my distance from it. If I don't build a moat,
I will become part of the machine.
It's it's like a raptor, right?
Yeah.
If I move, it'll see me.
He's just an.
They will use my blood to
guy.
grease the wheels of capitalism, and I don't want that.
Yeah, it's wild. And then I came down a little later, and he was watching. There's like a new Roseanne. Did you guys know this? There's like
it's very popular.
No, not the Goldbergs.
No. That's the Goldbergs.
No, it's the Connors.
Oh, the Connors, right.
Right, because Roseanne's not on it.
Right, but because she got booted. No, she got booted.
No, she said some dumb stuff.
Yeah,
no. She died in the show.
Oh, that sounds right.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Did they like shoot her into space or something? Like,
her ashes.
That?
Yeah.
So
the Pope collected her bones or something. Yeah.
So I'm like, what is this like new? I'm like, is this for real? And then he's like, whoa, I guess you should come out of hiding under your rock every now and then. And I was like, what? Like, what are you? Are you fighting?
That's why they watch those shows. That's why they watch network television. It's like,
stay
this is our
current?
domain, and we have a good grasp on what's happening here. Look at those commercials. I understand that.
Oh yeah, no, I get shit all the time from my dad. Like, oh, your generation doesn't watch commercials. Like, because they'll ask me, like, haven't you seen that commercial with this NFL guy? And I'm like, no. Like, oh right, yeah, your generation's too good for commercials.
That's right. You got it. 100% correct.
What's
He's like
amazing?
mad at me for not seeing ads.
So Dib will see a commercial and he thinks it's just content. Like he doesn't even understand it to be a vehicle for advertisement. He just sees it and he's like, this is a good one. This is the one where like the dog talks to the lawn. It's really good. And you're like, oh, all right. Okay. I think that's a healthier relationship with commercials than maybe what you grew up with.
Okay.
We were talking about McDonald's. I remember one of the last times I went to McDonald's with my dad, they had the kiosks, which are really, because there's no barrier. There's, again, the person at the counter can fuck it up. The person at the kiosk, you're pressing, I want these nuggets, I want barbecue as my sauce. And I went up, and as soon as I started pressing buttons on, he goes, oh, good, let the cloud know that you want some French fries. And I was like, oh, God.
If Paul only knew.
Cloud is not involved in this operation.
But like, they get your they're punching it into a computer over there too. What are you
They're
talking
taking
about?
their same credit card and paying for the same French fries.
Exactly.
Right, they know.
Like, did he has a credit card.
Yeah, but if you hand it to a person, I guess it's safe, but the robot can't
but
trust it.
but how long has he had a credit card? Because all of
Forever.
the internet, all the internet ever did was like expedite the spending tracking
Your
that credit
credit
cards
report,
did since the 70s. Like, it's not a thing. Paul, keep living your dream. Love you, brother. Okay, do what you need to do. Paul and Lou pod coming very soon. In case you did not realize, this is a call-in show. I know, Dan. We at some point we just have to like take a deep breath, count to 10, and
Pay
just
them in
move on.
coupons.
Yeah.
Totally. I'm excited. If you did not check out last week's episode with Adam Cole and Evil Uno, go back and
good
listen
work.
to that.
That was a great episode, guys.
Yes,
That's a lot of fun.
And also push All Elite Arcade, their new gaming podcast. I was the guest on this week's episode. It's on YouTube and your podcast apps.
Yeah, good job there as well, Dan.
Thank you. It was fun. They're
Get
great.
that.
I love those dudes.
They're very
Good
nice.
people.
As much as I try and dislike wrestling people, they actually turn out to be.
They make it
pretty-
impossible,
pretty
yeah.
Some good
swell.
ones. There's
Pretty
some good
swell.
ones.
You're friends with a couple good ones. Let me tell you. Yes, handle that wherever you handle your podcast affairs. And then also, while you're doing that, go buy a ticket for Giant Bomb at Night Live in Los Angeles, Sunday, June 9th.
At the
That's right.
Bellwether.
6-9 for all you sickos in the back. Get your tickets.
Yep.
Get them
Tickets are going. You
before
should get them now.
there's a finite amount of them, is all I will say.
I've been told I can't go through a table. I can't go through a slanted table. So I will be offering spiritual advice.
I feel like we just can't plan that you're going through a
Yeah,
table.
what
If
if we
it
just
hop-
took
if it-
liberties? I'll just take
Yes.
some liberties and put you through a
I
table.
don't
If it
wanna-
happens
3D,
spontaneously.
Grub, we can do a
fine-
3D to him, right?
Oh, yes.
A
100.
I'll
long way
take
through
it.
the table. Yeah.
Yes. The 3D the long
hot
way.
dog way? Damn.
Yeah, I got hot dog 3D.
I understand all that. I just need
Yeah,
everyone
hot dog
to-
style.
Well,
Yeah.
you eat a corn cob, yeah.
I'm fine disappointing you three, but I don't want to upset Emma is the problem.
Right.
I'm with you.
You know?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
I get it.
We can bounce back from this, but like Emma, I don't know where the line is just yet.
She's got her fingers in everything, so you really don't want to upset her. Who knows what she's capable of? Yeah, no, it's been a good week of planning so far here, and we have a lot of exciting things to talk about.
It's like not a good instinct to be like, okay, there's this really responsible lady at work taking care of all these things. For me to like be like, oh, work mom, like that's not okay, right?
No.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to get it
Colleague.
out there.
Accountable colleague.
right? Yes, just another responsible human. Like, what? Yeah, it's just okay.
I don't think of you guys as uncles or whatever.
Dan, I am your
that
dad.
disappoints me. I
I'll
gotta
lean
be
into my
honest.
Uncle Dan period here. Yeah, you can do that.
To be fair, you have
I'm not that much
incredible-
younger than y'all.
No, but Dan has big uncle energy.
Yeah,
like,
and uncles could like vary in age. They could be like 2
fair,
years.
fair,
Yeah,
fair.
I've seen younger uncles before out there in
Yeah.
the world.
Look,
My-
a month from today, I'm out of my 30s, so I think that's uncle period.
Yeah,
there.
young uncle is also
Yeah.
a good phrase.
Young uncle, yeah, young
Yeah.
Uncle Dan.
Young
my-
uncle.
Yeah.
Young
Young
uncle.
uncle.
Young
My
uncle.
dad, my
Yeah,
dad
yeah.
was a youncle at 11.
Yeah, that's messed up.
That
Yeah.
is fucked up, right?
I
Hey, it
went
was
to
the
school where like
60s.
a kid younger than me was like, "Yeah, I became an uncle today." What the? Okay, I hate this.
Yeah, it was the 60s. It was a wild
hate
time.
this.
What can I
Yeah.
say? Like I said, call and show. You know the drill. 707 exit flu is the telephone voicemail number. leave us a call, and hopefully you will get a chance to have a live reaction to your voicemail on the voicemail dump truck. We've got, 15 or so to choose from today. We're always pulling for a Dump Royale, a Royale Deluxe, however you want to put it. And we will start things off with Jan Ochoa.
Oh, sorry, it skipped me because I picked these two recently, so I remember them all.
Like I said, with Jeff Grubb.
Yeah, I'm gonna just guess one of the. Okay, now I'm looking at it now. Grill explosion, please.
Hey, Dumpers. Dan, just start grilling your food.
Nope.
It makes it so much better. I literally have seen 2 incidents. Final Destination Part 2, the last scene. Yes,
Documentary.
somebody did die from a grill explosion. And then the ESPN anchor, Hannah Storm, yes, did get severely injured in a grill explosion. But anyway, grilling is great. Also, what is your favorite movie death?
Now we're talking.
All right,
Now
wait.
we're talking.
Hang on to that because I do have an anecdotal supplement to support the caller's first point. I, as you all know, play hockey in various different circles a couple times a week here in the New York, New Jersey area. And no matter where you go, if you're playing hockey in that locker room, there will be 2 to 4 firemen or policemen, no matter where you are. And I asked them, out of all of your fire experiences, all your bullshit, have you ever seen a grill fire explosion where like something freakishly bad happened and out of like the 7 or 8 people I asked, not a one. Not a single incident. Now, that's anecdotal. It's a small sample size, so take that with what you will. But, like, I do think, Dan, maybe we get to a point where you are grilling. I think once you enter your grill arc, look, you've entered a lot of different arcs.
I'll tell you this.
I would like to see that version of Dan is what I'm saying.
I will tell you the version I would feel comfortable doing at a campfire or a park or something where it's just a grill.
Open fire.
I'm doing wood or charcoal or something where it's not active explosion gas lines shooting all over the place. Like, I don't worry about charcoal exploding. I worry about
charcoal.
Aerosol gasoline exploding my house. Yeah.
Aerosol gasoline,
Whatever.
Okay.
Gas.
Sure,
gasoline.
it's like in between gas. Or,
But you nailed it. Charcoal is how you should do it. Get yourself just a little grill
But
that all
the
you do is
gimmick in
add
my
charcoal.
deck is a fucking line that goes to a propane tank somewhere in the earth, and then it's just I don't want to have that any. Like, I'm
it's built
dismantling
into
the
the
deck and building a new one. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
This is easy. Also, if you get rid of that gas line, I'm gonna be mad at you.
No, I'm 100%. First of all, I've disconnected it, and it is absolutely getting dismantled with the deck. I'm absolutely getting rid of it.
This man is pulling up so many exploding barrels in video games. You gotta respect
Can
that.
you just
first of all.
rethink that? Just like I'm telling, just for like the value. It's just just think about like maybe just keeping. You don't have to
I
like.
stub my toe on it when I refill the bird feeders.
Oh, dude, are you okay?
Oh my god!
I'd rather have it not be there.
Oh yeah, well, it won't
I just
be
added
there.
a second bird feeder to the top deck.
It won't be there if it's connected to like if it's hidden underground and connected to
It's
a
a
grill.
little. It sticks out like 5 inches.
All right, I just don't think we're speaking the same language. But yeah, do with charcoal. Like I think you can handle that.
But also, there's DoorDash.
Yeah, but not for your backyard grill. There's not.
It brings it to my front door.
No, I know, but I'm saying like the joy of like grilling a burger and like putting it in a bun and then just taking a bite out of it right then. I like that.
This does not do anything for me.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fair. No problem.
I mean, I probably would. I just don't want to do it.
All right, that's what you need to. That's the thing is that it would bring you joy, just the way your bartending has brought you joy.
Yeah, that's fun.
All that's flammable. I hate to tell you.
Well, it's not
Well,
the same type.
okay.
It's not explosive.
Exactly.
Don't drop a bottle and then drop a match, Dan.
Yeah, a Mai Tai's not blowing up and then I don't have arms.
Wait.
Okay.
If you could get the fire inside a bottle of like 150 proof liquor, is there a chance it could explode if you like?
No.
Right, because
That
it's just
seems
gonna
far-fetched.
Right, it's just gonna
Even like a Molotov cocktail doesn't explode. It just
it
sort of
has
like
to break and then it just cut the
Yeah.
fire
Yeah.
spreads.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Also, the deck is wood, which is famously flammable.
Yeah, get a different deck. You're getting rid of the deck as you should because
Like,
it's unsafe. So you'll get like
Dude, I have multiple fire pits and chimeneas and stuff, and I'm terrified to use any of them.
Did you say chimenea? Mm-hmm. I don't know
What's a chimenea?
It's like a clay oven type thing that's meant to, like, it's on the deck. It's like it heats stuff up, and you can put
Like a pizza oven?
It kind of looks like that. It's Google it. The previous owners had it, and then we just bought it from them. Yeah.
All right. Chat saying fancy fire pit. Okay, I'll go.
I learned a new word today.
Yeah.
Totally.
All
right. But
real quick, my big thing is just grilling's not worth all this. It's a little overrated.
Thank you, Grill.
Yeah.
Grilling's not worth
Gas
what?
grilling.
I mean, grilling in general. Nah, the grilling in general is not worth it. Because, like, again, like, the flavor comes from the fat. And when you cook on a grill, the whole idea, now I know there's alternate ways to do it so the fat stays on it, but then when you're doing that, you can just do it in a pan. And then the fat all stays on the food.
I think there's a different taste that happens when you grill. I think I prefer
the fat falls down the flame and it cooks back on the thing. Again, we're trying to get the fat to do this whole dance.
I didn't know if it was a fat dance, but
it's a fat dance. Yeah. I just listen. I've enjoyed grilling food before. I've enjoyed eating that food, obviously, but it's like you can get just as good results cooking inside your house on a thing that's meant for cooking.
And take the explosion part away. I also don't trust myself grilling because I don't know, like, how it's such a nebulous concept of, like, oh, okay, if I don't wait 5 more seconds, it's going to be pink on the inside and I die or get tapeworms or something. It's like, I'm not going to take that risk. I'll go to fucking McDonald's.
Just don't get chicken.
Yeah, meat thermometers exist, and therefore you're a ridiculous person.
There are just easier ways to make all this happen.
Okay, yeah, no, do DoorDash. Put more carbon monoxide into the air. That's fine. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, do that, Dan.
Anyway, I liked when Lucy Liu died in that one Kill Bill movie.
Yeah,
You liked when she died?
Yeah.
What was
so
the
Cool. Death is good. Yeah.
Did they take off the top of her head?
Yeah.
They right across the
that's
the
right.
scalp there. Yeah.
Most impactful death I think I've ever seen in a movie is Apollo.
Oh, okay.
That was, it's such a critical thing for that movie and for that character that had been built up for 3.5 movies, and one of the best characters ever to, like, die like that and give that motivation and stuff like that's probably the biggest one for me.
What's a good kill from that last Rambo movie?
The Mortal Kombat kill where he crossbows the guy's limbs to the barn door and then carves his heart out of his chest and pulls it out like a fucking Mortal Kombat fatality, and it's beating in his face while he's pinned to a barn door.
That sounds good. I like that.
That movie's fucking nuts.
It's insane.
I don't like this.
It is Home Alone, but it's old ass Sylvester Stallone listening to the Doors and digging tunnels and killing like 100 people. Yep. He takes a hammer to a guy's nuts, like I think the sharp end. Like it's man.
See, you guys are like bloodlust freaks. I don't really enjoy that.
In movies, that is a very important distinction. I don't like
how else
any
do
real
people
life
die?
And I want it to be, in fact, to be fair, I want it to be so over the top. Like if it's like trying to be like, no, we're gonna get in there. This is gonna be like a documentary about like ripping someone apart. No way. I want it to look like a movie carnage because then it's fun. Otherwise, if it's not fun, then it's just gross and I don't like it.
Like John Wick, that's fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was upset in Shaun of the Dead when that one guy got his like tummy ripped open. That was upsetting.
I just don't. I actually really just don't enjoy that. I can't.
There's a difference. Like I think like in like a Midsummer or a Hostel or a Saw, these ones where it's like it's not supposed to be fun these days. They're supposed to be horrifying. I've never really gravitated towards the horror type thing.
I have no problem with people enjoying it, but it's not.
It's action when it's a bad guy gets his head blown off or something. That's the greatest thing in the world in movies.
Yeah, it really helps with the bad guys, like a super bad guy, Nazis, human traffickers and stuff like that. That's like, okay, this is just a good time.
I just rewatched the MacGruber show, and that's an all-timer. Sam Elliott plays MacGruber's dad, and at the end, MacGruber does shoot an RPG at his dad's head, and the rocket takes Sam Elliott's head off, and then it explodes. So that's a pretty good one.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any favorite on account of what I just said. I don't have any like.
You like when Old Yeller gets killed, right? Yeah.
When Allie dies in The Notebook.
Yeah.
They both die quietly, holding each other.
When Bambi's mom dies.
There we go.
Disagree.
That is my favorite moment in all of, Although, look, sorry, Minotti, every Disney movie, one of these parents are going to die. One of these parents, they're going to eat it.
The mom's always dead or going to die.
Someone's about to eat it.
Is that a regular thing? Really?
Yes.
Cinderella.
It's just how they like
Wow.
start
Snow
off a
White,
lot of their
Beauty
the
and the
stakes
Beast,
in their movies. They just sort of kill a
Pocahontas.
parent or both.
Aladdin.
They're
It's all
making
of them.
another Lion King. I just saw that new monkey movie, and there's a trailer for a new Lion King out of it.
Like animated
It's
or
about like
well,
the
it's-
dad lion.
It's supposed to be
Mufasa.
live action, but everything is computer animated.
yeah, but it looks unbelievable.
Yo,
Oh,
that,
yeah, for sure.
that first
That
live
fart?
action
Oh.
one, that
I liked
made
it.
so much money.
Oh,
It was
it's
good.
Yeah,
it's not
sure.
top grossing animated film of all time. Yeah.
I get it. It was fun.
Sure. Okay, thank you, caller. Dan Reichert, you're up.
Sausage McMuffin. Mm-hmm. The first.
Hey, Dan has said this multiple times now, and it's going to drive me nuts, that he goes and gets a sausage McMuffin with egg and then pulls the egg off.
Uh-huh.
But the sausage muffin is a menu item. You can just order a muffin with a sausage on it.
This happened to me.
I think.
Someone tell him, please.
Listen, I worked at
Please?
McDonald's. You know how many fucking times I've been to McDonald's? I believe, and keep in mind, I don't know the current situation because I never go during breakfast. I think the sausage McMuffin by default is without cheese, whereas the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. So it's like, do I want to ask for something to be taken off, or do I want to ask for something to be taken on? And with the egg, I always go in thinking like, maybe I'll eat this egg, and I take one bite, and I'm like, what am I doing? Then I throw the egg away. Jan's shaking his head. Can you just get a sausage and cheese
Yes.
McMuffin?
Yes. And it is cheaper as well, Dan.
You like the cheese?
Yeah.
I don't like any of the breakfast stuff, but if that's the option, I'm going to get something. And just meat and cheese and bread is the closest thing to like a quarter pounder I can get in the morning.
It's weird because when I worked at Burger King, it was like we have croissants, we have biscuits, we have something else, whatever. But like then you could get whatever protein you want on any of those. So literally, like this past week, I was like going to get breakfast for everyone in the family, and I'm like, I know, it's okay, kid likes bacon, Steph likes bacon. All right, can I get a bacon McMuffin? And they thought I was from the moon. Like, what are you talking about? There is no bacon
There
McMuffin.
isn't? They got rid of it?
I don't. They're like I said something like it was like bacon, and they're like, no, do you want like a bacon biscuit or something like that? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, that's fine. I don't really care. I just want one of those sandwiches with bacon on it. And so that guy, but they're like, no, there is no bacon McMuffin.
The biscuits are kind of dry. Like
I don't like
if
the
have to-
biscuits.
Yeah,
I think
either,
McMuffin or occasionally a McGriddle. But yeah, the biscuit was just some honey and butter or something is pretty good. But if I want the sandwich, I want something with some moistness, you know?
Okay.
The last time I felt like I tasted heaven from a fast food place is when I maybe inebriated under the influence, rolled into a McDonald's and asked, hey, can I get an egg puck on my Big Mac?
And when they obliged?
The guy fist bumped me afterwards. And then I bit into it. And gentlemen,
Yeah.
bliss.
That sounds
Dan, I
good.
know you may not like eggs, but for me,
That sounds
I don't
bliss.
hate them. I can see that being fun.
Give me a runny egg on a burger, dude.
Yeah, I'm like at a
Let's
point where like
go.
if I get a burger and it doesn't have an egg kind of over easy, over medium on there, I'm like, did I even really have a burger? Like that's like a part of a burger for me now.
I remember there was an E3 green room where we were putting orders in for like pizzas and stuff for guests. And Abby ordered one that was just a normal pizza, but it had eggs on it. And I thought it was the craziest shit I've ever seen in
That
my
sounds
life.
cool. I'd fuck with that.
It just seems crazy.
Yeah. Well,
Sounds good.
yeah, it sounds great. I mean, just imagine how we think about what you say with food, right? Like, put
Pretty
that
standard, really.
right. But like, I'm saying, like, you're just like that sounds crazy, and then here you are with like, I'll take one bacon sandwich.
No, mine
please.
isn't
Like,
crazy. I just don't eat normal things that other people eat. It's omission. I'm not like, oh, I put a bunch of peanut butter on my salad. It's not like
Yeah.
crazy stuff. It's just like, oh, I don't have this on this. It's
Sure,
not,
I think
I
what-
poured
I think-
Coca-Cola on my cereal.
No. But I think what you're missing is the fact that like eggs can really complement like pretty much anything.
I believe it. It's
Yeah.
probably a personal thing.
Yeah. So that's good to know. What was the other thing the caller spoke to? Was there another thing?
I
Just
deleted it.
sausage
It's gone now.
McMuffins.
Oh right, yeah. I have like I have a place in my heart for like McDonald's breakfast growing up, like bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin, like really important to me growing up. Wanted to eat as many of them as I could. And
Those
then when I got
hash
the-
browns, man.
Yeah, hash browns are really great. I remember when they introduced the McGriddle stuff. I was in college when that happened, and I was like, "This seems fundamentally wrong," and it like kind of turned me off whatever they were doing. I was like, you know what? I think I'm out. I think that's it for me, and I drew the line there. I've had breakfast there since, but Very rarely.
I have a memory of having McDonald's breakfast. This had to be something my dad taught me. But if you show up at like 10:25, like right, or maybe 10:35, or something like around the border of lunchtime, and they've made a bunch of extra stuff, sometimes you'll get lucky and they'll throw extra, like, here's some breakfast burritos or stuff. So like,
Yeah.
I feel like as a kid, I would show up and just be like, oh, I guess I'm trying breakfast burritos today because they were free.
Okay. It's growth.
Breakfast burritos aren't bad.
Yeah.
But do we get really good breakfast burritos from somewhere?
Yes, we do.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Wake
And
and,
was it LA?
wake
It
and
was-
bake,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
it was a bacon shake. It was some,
Yeah.
some
Ooh,
rise
let's
and
do that
bake. It
again.
was those are fucking awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be over by the office that much.
Oh, right.
Oh,
That's a
true.
that's a
But
good
they might
thing.
deliver. They might
I'll
deliver.
sacrifice those burritos
No,
so we
yeah.
don't have to do that.
No, the sliders. Got to get like 20 more of those each.
No, guys, we're ending the night the same way we're gonna end every single night.
We're at the
500
Parental.
chicken
I'll see you
nuggets.
there.
Yep.
Shitty
Disappointing
burrito,
burrito.
trucks. Yeah.
With the absolutely worst burrito I've ever had.
Just sitting in a hotel room with a too big burrito, acid reflux all night, and
Yep.
regret the next morning.
Yep.
Just sitting down at the weird bed.
Yeah.
and
Hell
just,
yeah,
and, like, text you
baby.
guys like, hey, are you
Yep.
at the weird bed too? And you're like, yep.
Fine, I'll do it. Yeah, we'll send pictures to each other. Yeah.
Yep.
See, because then the one night we tried the other one, it was a better burrito, but
took
I had
forever.
a worse time. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
way longer wait.
Right, and there was some weird guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
what
whole
was he
thing.
doing? Was he trying
He
to
was
sell
like,
us
he was
something?
doing the
or-
pompous thing, like, hey, look at me, I'm a peacock, like that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, telling
Making
everyone
jokes
about
and
how
stuff,
cool he
and we were
was.
all
Yeah,
kinda like, ugh.
at a burrito truck downtown in like 3 a.m.
Yep.
You know, cool guy stuff.
Yeah, Riz stuff.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was really cool though.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
cool,
I
yeah,
mean, the
yeah.
Rizzlers is what they call him. Yeah,
He's a guest on the live show this year.
that's right.
Headliner.
I'm gonna let him host.
Yeah, the last time it's crazy that the last 2 times I've had chicken McNuggets has been with you freaks.
Yeah,
I have not been there either time y'all had nuggies.
it
Was this the
it's-
100 nights?
It was
was 200
with
nights, right?
Reb and
Yeah.
and then it was in Boston.
Menotti was there both times, right?
Yeah.
Minardi's always there.
Did
Yeah,
I go to bed before the Boston one?
No, you
No,
were
no,
there.
we
You
was in your
wa-
room.
Yeah, it was in your room watching the.
We watched.
Oh, when we started, what were we watching? Oh,
No, we, did-
Roadhouse.
we watched Roadhouse, and I was like falling
Roadhouse.
asleep during it because all
That's
the chicken
right.
nuggies.
That's right.
The best part was we get the chicken nuggets, and we're all getting kind of quiet, and Mike films one of his cameos or something, and then
Oh,
we get quiet
yeah.
again, and then Mike's just like, why do we make any food after this? This is perfect food. And Bacalar just doing the slow, like, what the fuck? I'm like, yep, this is why I do it. This is why we do all this.
Yeah, it got set up for that. What can I tell you? All right, Jan, your turn, bud.
Sausage McMuffin too.
All right.
Hey, Dan. I've always
Hi.
found your hatred of breakfast food offensive. It's fucked up that you don't like breakfast food. But I really had to stop when you were talking about going to McDonald's and ordering a sausage and egg McMuffin, hold the egg.
Yeah.
You can just get a sausage McMuffin. They already have that. Now you
established
know,
this, caller.
I guess.
Yeah,
Bye.
I guess we should have played this back to back. Maybe I don't know.
I will tell you, you're actually getting me on like the week that I am actually excited about breakfast now. And I'm not going to say the name of a company because it's not a sponsorship or anything, but I signed up for a gimmick where they send me a big ass box of fun ass oatmeal flavors every day. I put it in a little shaker gimmick. And the next day, it's like, oh, I got a cinnamon roll thing. Oh, I got this. I got that. And then you
These
just wake up.
overnight oats.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't get
Wait,
excited
is that the
about
brand?
oatmeal.
Dude, it's
We
so easy. I
can't.
wake up, I just grab the thing, go on my run. I'm good to go. Funky ass flavors. I'm into it. It's like so.
How funky? Was that the brand? Did I
Let
say
me
the brand?
let me go to my app.
I thought that was a
here.
generic concept.
Cookies
overnight
and
oats.
cream. No, there's like a delivery. Listen,
Okay.
listen. Glazed blueberry donut, cookies
Oh, I
and
know what
cream,
this is.
strawberries
I
and
know what
cream,
this is.
green apple cinnamon, mint chocolate chip cookie, mixed berries and cream, bananas Foster.
Are you regular?
Cinnamon roll. What's that? Oh, I'm
you-
feeling great.
Okay.
PB cookie dough cacao crunch, Boston cream, birthday cake oats, s'mores, space brownie, mango custard, maple pancakes, peach upside down cake. It came with a bottle that I shake it up in. It's fun to make. It's super fucking easy. It's got a lot of protein. I'm into it. and I'm available for partnerships.
Oh, so you just did this yourself. This wasn't like...
No, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't going to mention the name because I'm just paying for it like a schmuck. But it's
What do you mean you're paying
it's
for it like a
actually
schmuck?
good.
God forbid you buy a thing you want. What
I
do you
don't
mean?
like paying for things.
We all know, Dan. No
But
one likes
here's
paying
like,
for anything.
I was looking at this and I was like, man, I really want this. And I reached out to them and I didn't hear back. And then I was like, I guess people just pay for stuff.
Is it
And
good?
I
Because
paid
I
for it, and
actually
I'm like,
I was considering it too. I don't want to mention the name of it either, but like because I do like. So the product is called the thing that like you say when you want to make that thing.
It's not, overnight oats is a generic concept,
Right.
and then they're the reverse. Okay,
Right. So like I like that. So you're saying it's good?
oh, it's really good. Oh, you were looking at this too?
Yeah, me too. Yeah. But I was gonna buy it.
Actually, it's super good.
I've just been fucking influenced. Great. Here I go.
Dude, you just shake it up, you put it in there, and then at night you put it in, and you're like, "Ooh, that's
Yes,
gonna be good. I'll
that's the
see
whole
you tomorrow morning."
Yeah,
And
that's the
cookies and
whole
cream
point.
oatmeal.
I got a date with you.
Is there any? There's a lot of. Why is there so much cholesterol in that? That's weird.
I don't even like eating early either. But
It's so
whatever,
easy.
this looks really
It's so
good.
easy, and it tastes good. Yeah. Oh, get a promo code. I think I might have one.
Don't we need our
I think
own.
they just give you one.
Okay. Listen.
Oh, new feature introducing our referral program. Refer a friend and get rewards. Oh, here
Put it
we
in
go.
chat.
Put it in chat. All right. There you go, Bacalar, if you want to use that. Man, I'm gonna get this free after all.
I cannot endorse
It
this.
all turns up there.
I
in the
want
end.
that. Look
I
this
want them to
turn.
know that this is the reason I didn't buy their product because
This made it a positive turn for me. This is great.
hold on, I gotta put you on it.
If you're just
Put his cool
listening, it's
down.
PYV2JIW for overnight oats, 10% off.
We'll put it in the podcast description.
Please do.
We
Please
won't.
do.
We
Yes.
won't. The
my turn.
anti-referral code. The
My
repellent
turn.
code.
I don't like you, Dan.
Good as hell.
So let's do Jojo's that MP3.
Hey, Dumpers. This is Jake from Boston. If you had to have your own, like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stand, what would its name be, and what would its power be? For the uninitiated, it's basically like a persona, except it has the name of a rock and roll band that this Japanese manga creator really, really likes. Yeah, what would yours be? What would yours be? And Jeff Bacalar, start first, or you're fired. I love you.
It's crazy. He can just fire.
I know it's intimidating. I'm not gonna lie.
So you just need to come up with a name based on a rock and roll band?
Well, sort of. I mean, they're not all based on rock and roll bands. A lot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure does have like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s rock band allusions and sort of like references in them. So like there was an enemy stand that we just got through called Red Hot Chili Pepper, who was just like a lightning electricity boy who could
Enemy
like
Stan?
stand STAND. A
What does that
stand
mean
is
in
your
context?
persona. That's the persona.
okay.
Right. So like, you have a persona. Your stand just like sort of like morphs out of your body and like does all your fighting for you. So like this one looked like Big Bird, and he could like go inside like wires and electricity and shit.
Cool.
So that's the thing.
Okay.
I don't know. Like we've done this exercise on the show before, and I never really like was able to come up with something that I really wanted a stand to be able to do, but that like I couldn't physically myself do, because don't forget,
Because you can do anything.
yeah, A, I can do anything, and B, your stand is like doing the shit for you, right? It's like I want to do it myself, I
You
want
want
to
to
be
punch someone in the face.
I want to like,
Okay, so
do,
then your
like-
stand is a mech, so you can like climb in it and.
See, I don't know if that plays though. I don't know if that's
Is it
allowed
like a
in the gym.
spirit mech?
Okay.
You could, yeah. There's tons of spirit mechs. Like
Could
all of the
mine-
stands are basically mechs.
Could mine be a giant, like, metal version of myself that I crawl into like Krang from Turtles, and I call it Steely Dan?
That's good.
So
That's
this
really
is
good.
this is beautiful.
That's really
I just
good.
think everything aside from you getting into it is cool.
Okay, but it's just a big steel version of me that kicks ass, and it's Steely Dan.
Yeah, Steely Dan.
Okay,
Like
okay,
I
got
feel
it.
like that's gonna be in the next season. Like I
Yeah,
don't
for real. You might.
see-
You might.
Well, I
get
can do the
sued.
voice. I'll do
Someone
the voice.
call Iraqi and get this done. Yeah.
My stand would be called Creed, and it just gives very wide hugs.
Oh, wait. Steely Dan is already taken. That's true. I don't know.
Really
if-
good.
I think that was like one of Dio's minions' name. The name of like a minion of Dio. Who was like the main enemy vampire, who I guess is gone for now. I don't know.
Can I just summon Danny Glover?
I'm sorry. What do you?
Danny
another
Glover of the
Danny.
Lethal Weapon series?
Yeah.
You would like to summon him as your stand?
He seems cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
okay,
just
cool. I got
constantly
di-
exasperated.
Yeah, dibs on Danny Glover. He's too
Okay.
old for this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
All
just mine will be called Justin Bieber, and it will just be like a Canadian or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to do. Mine will be called Alice Cooper, and he'll just sort of like be able to paint dark circles around his enemy's eyes and give them long black hair.
And
And
he's the one that
convenience.
says school is out. He's saying that, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It knows Wayne and Garth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's just constantly like cracking a whip for no reason. He's just cracking a whip into his other hand for no other reason than like it looks cool.
Sure.
It does.
And that's my Alice Cooper stand. So thank you, caller. Beautiful question. I hope you're doing well. Let's go to chat. It's chat's turn. You're right. No one has done Celine Dion. That seems like a bit of a missed opportunity. But again, we're very early on in JoJo's. Okay. Car is a mess. Chat shows.
God damn it, Beckler. You just made me get food and fluid in my fucking nose. You can't just say I don't think you're piss deaf. Like it's no big deal. My car's a fucking mess. God. I don't know if food in your sinuses is a problem, but I'll let you know. Fuck!
What happened?
What'd you say? What'd you do, Bacalar?
Oh, see, I remember saying not piss deaf, like we're not piss deaf, but now I don't know the context. Is there no one? Wait, this
Piss
was
debt? Is it piss debt?
Deaf. What were we saying? Is any of the chats remember? Dan, you were there. It was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it is hopeless.
Come on.
The idea of remembering not
are you
only like
talking
what I
about?
said, where I said it, the context,
Oh,
Whether it was on a podcast
whether
or
it's
to a
to my-
loved one.
to my
or,
family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could go back, but who wants to do that? Oh, Dan was talking sinuses.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because of your tubes. Oh, right. You were saying
the
you were
bar that smelled like pee.
right, and now I was saying
yeah.
maybe you're piss deaf.
I don't think I coined that phrase, but that might
No,
have come
I
up.
said it.
Yeah,
I
okay.
said it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it might be
It was about
piss
being
deaf.
able
Yeah.
to smell piss and how
I'm
you
telling you,
couldn't
man,
smell
after I
piss.
get this surgery, I'm going to smell all the piss. It's going to
gonna
be,
be- it's gonna be
crystal
like-
clear piss smell.
Oh man, it's gonna be like flowers of Algernon or something.
It's going to be like in Dark Knight when Batman got the cowl that made him like see the Matrix.
Yeah.
It's going to be that for pee smell for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh wow, what a moment it will be for you. You'll just go into the first men's restroom you can and just be like, I can smell the piss. And you know what? I love it. I said I
A lot
love
of fat
it.
in that piss. I could smell it.
It's going to be hilarious if I can suddenly just like, oh, this is how things taste. I've been saying ridiculous things for years.
I love mayonnaise.
I mean, those two
Yeah,
things
what the hell
are
was I talking about? Coke and Pepsi
very
are very
closely.
different.
They're very closely connected. So I
know, it
think
might
you
actually happen.
You might be in for a wide awakening, my friend.
What is this prime shit? This
Oh
is
my
way
God.
too sweet.
Dude, if this changes your entire palate,
It's entirely possible.
that will be the most Dan-ass 180.
I'm going to ask them if while they're up there if they can fix the deviated septum a little bit too, and that might help too with the tasting and all that.
Kill two birds.
Yeah,
Do whatever
yeah.
else you want up there. You
Yeah,
know?
just figure it all out.
All right, very good. Thank you, caller. Sorry about your vehicle. We do offer a detailing service. And just DM Dan for the coupon code.
You can reach me through my Oats overnight code. Yeah,
you have to place an order first.
yeah. That opens up DMs.
Okay, very good. Grub, you're up.
Let's do it. Let's go with Canadian guilt.
Blake here from Portland. I have to ask, after our beloved Canadian guest apologized for no reason, it made me wonder which guilt is stronger, Canadian guilt or Catholic guilt? Just curious. Have a good day.
Thank you, caller. I think everyone likes to lay claim that their guilt is the most palpable, right? Like
Yeah.
Jewish guilt, like it's all this. It's everyone's guilt is probably equal.
With Canadians, I think it's more about being polite rather than
exactly.
being guilty.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And
I would agree.
Catholic guilt is
I would agree. Their guilt doesn't count as much.
Yeah, they got shit guilt. Yeah.
their
Is
guilt
Minnesota nice in that conversation? Is that a different thing?
Minnesota claims to be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I associate.
But there's a
nicety
side thing with Minnesota nice where it's like, it's not just like, oh, Minnesota nice can mean we're nice here, but also there's a thing where it's like a passive aggressive angle to it, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm being very nice, but I hate you. You know, like, yeah. So it can go both ways there.
But like the don't you know is like.
It's genuinely the friendliest state I've ever been to by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
People are very not aggressive.
Yes.
Right.
Catholic guilt is like a magical power. So is Jewish guilt, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you choose a curse in Hades, and it only inflicts you, really.
Mm-hmm.
And then overcoming it, you get a little bit stronger, but you kind of regret going through the whole process to begin with.
Because like Puritanism, the underwriting thing in like America that makes us like shameful of everything. That's like puritanical shame. That's not guilt. It's like a little bit different, and it's something that we also shoot out onto others. Right? Yeah, right. The guilt is like something you feel very personally. I think so. Yeah, there's a lot of different factors out there,
and that's why we are endorsing "You Be Horny on Maine," everyone.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. That's our stance.
Yep.
Be horny on Maine.
Hey, shout out to whoever in chat just caused this notification that I've got $10 credit on my next oats delivery. PYB 2JIW.
Time out. Is that give
Damn
the
record oats influencer?
I think they get it too.
They get it too, right? Okay.
Yes. It's win-win. It's popped up like, you got $10 off your next order. Hell yes.
I mean, like,
Oatfluencer.
the sickos out there know like they don't have to do it, right?
Well, they're getting
they
delicious
might-
oatmeal delivered to their door. Why wouldn't
might
they?
want oats.
At a discount? Yeah. This is good oats, brother.
If
These
this
are
code
shit
pops off, they're going to be like, "Where is this coming from?" They're going to track you down.
And then they reach out to this guy,
Yeah.
and it's free for life.
You're gonna put it on the box.
Oh my God! If they put you on the overnight oats box,
Make me the Wheaties athlete of
No,
oats
they want
overnight.
to sell. They want to sell them.
Oh, I'll push it to the moon, brother.
No, but they're selling right now.
Yeah.
I am going to short sell this company.
These
Let's go do it.
oats are selling like hotcakes. Thanks to our new sponsor. Dan,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Let's go with bottled water.
Bottled water.
Hi, it's Nathan from Tumwater, Washington. What's your favorite bottled water?
What?
Yeah, that's great.
What do you mean? Your favorite bottled water?
You
What?
don't have a favorite bottled water.
No, I don't.
That's fair. I got it. Hint.
Yeah.
Hint is mine.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to the brands, but I know like the shape of the bottle when I go in the gas station, and I like anything that looks like it has structural integrity. I don't want my bottle to feel like it is like folding in on itself or crinkling when I'm trying to drink it, making a lot of noise.
Not a Kirkland joint, then.
Not a Kirkland joint. Listen,
yeah.
I'll drink the water. Of course I will. And all the water tastes the same. It really does. I'm fine. That's fine.
Sure.
But I want a bottle that feels like it has some heft to it that's going to last me throughout the day, because I don't want to be like, oh man, this fell apart. Now I got to get another water.
So if
I
you're
like to
looking
refill
for,
them too. So
yeah, I think the smart water is like the structural integrity
It's
water.
pretty good.
Oh, that's a good. They can get the big one. See, that's good for a plane where you're not going to be able to get more for a while. So I got to be
Yeah.
a big tube of smart water. Yeah.
yes.
But Dan, isn't hint flavored water?
It's a hint of flavored.
Right.
in it.
So first off, get it. What's your coupon code?
Oh, God, I gotta get one. God, I love hint.
But no, I don't think that qualifies. If it's flavored,
Okay.
it's not bottled
Then
water.
I'm pretty agnostic with it. I'm with you on like structural integrity, like smart water solid at the airport. Yeah, I don't like any where the lid doesn't go on very well. This may shock you. I used to have a very stupid opinion that I held very strongly about bottled water
let's hear it.
because in the early 90s, when bottled water was becoming a thing, my dad had a very strong, that's for idiots. Anyone who drinks bottled water is for idiots. Just go to your tap. It's the same thing. Just do it. I'm going to spend $2 on the water, whatever. So I was the first grader running around recess being like, oh, yeah, you idiot, drink bottled water. Oh, I'm sure you're bottled water. It's like, and I held on to that for a long time. And it's like, oh, actually, this is very convenient. And this water's nice and cold and good. So, yeah.
I'm surprised your dad's not like, I only buy water based on the bottle and if it's pissable.
No. So my dad's current bottle of water situation is he bought like 6 bottles of water. No. So Hy-Vee does freebie Fridays. And so he will go when it's freebie Fridays and get a thing of bottled water. And then he'll text me about how he got bottled water for free. And then for the next 6 years, those bottles will be reused ad nauseum in his fridge. And so if I'm staying in his place or I'm over, if I go into the fridge, it's a whole thing. He will have Post-it notes about which bottled waters to grab because like, just maybe those are to be refilled. Don't do that. Don't get your gross lips all over that. That one's, so there are rules about the bottles. They are reused for eternity and they're only gotten on freebie Fridays at Hy-Vee.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I like to reuse my water bottles too, but at certain points, like they go away after a couple of days, not even like weeks or anything like that. Because everyone has gross lips, and eventually that stuff is gonna like build up on bacteria. Well, other than Jan, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. But yeah. For some faster than others, I guess. Jan, you're up.
Eat that food.
Hey, what's up, dumpers? I got a quick one. What if you were served food that you know was prepared by Wolverine using his adamantium claws? Assume it's the adamantium ones, not the bone claws. Would you eat that food? Thanks.
Are they clean?
Follow-up question. Like, has
he just like snipped
that
right out of his body.
Well, he needs to wash them first.
Okay. Let's assume that he has recently washed them, and then they've gone into the like bone sheath that he has, and then they come back out.
No, it's gonna have muscle and goop all over.
No. It's a sheath. It's a sheath in his bone. It's like a protective layer that keeps it from like.
There's like marrow.
To be fair, I think it does break his skin every time if he's got the bone claws.
It does.
But
I'm gonna get hepatitis.
But he doesn't have that anymore when he has the adamantium and the I don't know how to say adamantium. And when he has the adamantium, there's like a little sheath that like protects it, so it's just coming out clean each time.
It comes out clean, yeah.
Yes.
And I
if
also
he was
believe
like pouring like Listerine into the sheath holes in between.
Yeah, I think it passes through like a Purell membrane every time.
The barber gel.
If a doctor told me that, then I would maybe consider it.
Barbicide, yeah.
Okay, doctor, okay.
Yeah, I would do it if it like, and just dunk him in something, right? Like he can keep him out. Does it hurt for him to keep him out?
No.
So keep him out. Not when he has the adamantium.
Give him a little dunkaroo. And then chop that shit up. I'm sure it's going to be really tasteful.
He's got the healing factor, so he's like anything that's like harmful to him, his body would be killing. So it might be the cleanest food you've ever had.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm on board with like Logan chopping up some shit for us.
We should be making out with Wolverine.
Yes,
is what I'm hearing.
That's not kissing him.
That's what them lips do. All right.
Yeah. All right. I'm eating it. I'm not above it. I'm eating the shit out of that. Thank you, Cole.
It would be so entertaining to go to like a hibachi Benihana with Wolverine, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, especially if he's like at the table and he's just like watching the hibachi chef, and Wolverine's just like, this fucking guy.
I have a question. Speaking of Wolverine, I saw the trailer for the new Wolverine movie before the Monkey movie this week.
With Deadpool, right?
And okay, so I know I don't know much about the MCU, but there's a part where in the trailer they're looking at like a big robot. And I don't understand the joke, but one of them says, "Oh, Paul Rudd finally aged." But then I was thinking, I know that Paul Rudd plays Ant-Man, but don't they know him as Ant-Man? Why would they know him as Paul Rudd?
Deadpool is a fourth wall breaking character.
Deadpool does that.
So that's
like the thing about Deadpool.
Yes. But he will I've never seen any Deadpool anything. Like he will allude to things outside of the kayfabe.
Yeah, he's completely self-aware. Yeah.
Yes, he looks at the camera in the comic book. He looks at the camera. Well, he looks at the reader. And in the movie, he looks at the camera and talks to the camera.
I guess I didn't realize to that level. Like, because I remember in Marvel vs. Capcom, he like grabbed the health bar and stuff. But like, I didn't know like this actor plays this in this series.
No, it's to the most extreme level. He's like, he's like, oh, I didn't. And like one of them, he's like, oh, I didn't do some stuff with Hugh Grant. That's why we couldn't get Wolverine in here. Or not Hugh Grant. What's his name?
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
Thank you.
I see. Okay, I didn't realize it was that much.
Hugh Grant Wolverine, though. Come on.
Yeah. No, that's his entire gimmick.
Okay.
All right, we're learning. I will go next. Thank you, caller. Let's do, speaking of, I don't know why we were talking about Balatro, but now let's do Balatro.
Always talking about it.
Hey, Dumpers. Over the last week or so, I've heard every person on the Bombcast change the pronunciation of Balatro
Sean's fault.
to Balatro.
No.
And I
no one
have
does that.
to say, it's got to be because of Danny O'Dwyer's interview, isn't it? Isn't it, boys? Is there anything else that any of y'all have mispronounced the entire time? Jan, you cannot answer this question.
Yeah, that's very. Oh my God, what a great call out at the end there. Thank you, caller.
I didn't watch Danny's whole thing about it, but Sean watched it, I think, and then he brought this information to us and infected my brain.
So it's say the correct way to do it.
Balatro, I think.
Is that actually like what the creator says?
I think yeah, I think so. But this could be a GIF situation if we want it to be. If we want to take it back.
You know what I hate? I think the original intention is important because, like, I hate the word literally, how it's been misused so many times by so many people that I think it's like a dictionary.
In the dictionary, it now means figuratively. Yes,
that's the opposite of what it fucking means. Like that's, or I could care less. Where it's like it's just said so much that it's like, yeah, that's acceptable. Like,
yep.
So I will push back on that mentality. That is a bit of a boomer take. I think
yeah, I'm kind of over it.
I think people are words wrong. like all of
if I
society.
misspelled your name for long enough, would that be the spelling of your name?
Well, that's rude.
If everyone in the world agreed on it, yeah.
I'm going to throw a C in your last name.
No,
We'll see how you feel
that's
about
rude to an individual. That is
different. That's not what we're doing. That's
language is how I say it.
It's a false equivalency, Daniel. What I believe is that first, everything isn't decided and set in stone, right?
All
nothing
words are made up.
Yeah, it's not like everything can evolve, everything can change, and obviously from slang that's apparently true, but in real ass words as well, the definition of a word can evolve and change which it has before with plenty of other stuff.
And if it bothers you, my recommendation is call the police and ask them to do something about it.
Yeah,
well,
call
that's
the
nothing's
cops.
going to happen, though.
You narc.
Yeah.
Let me put the cops on speaker here.
I mean, it's like there are no cops for words because there are no real rules.
My neighbor's a cop. Let me just yell out my window. Hang on.
Hey, someone's using literally wrong.
I don't right there.
Redefining correct. But does that make sense, Dan?
I mean, I don't have to like it.
No, of course not. I hate everything. You're talking to someone who hates everything.
I'm a college-educated man who takes the English language seriously. I'm a professional writer. I don't want to see these things misused. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, listen, I don't like it either. It does bother me. The literally one gets me, and then I have to have this conversation with myself where I'm like, who cares? Language is not prescriptive. There's no rules.
So, but
Skibbity is in the vernacular. So
it is. It's part of it now.
Skibbity language.
Look, all the kid says, he goes, bet. Everything is bet. And I'm like, you bet? He's like, nope, bet. And I'm like, all right, I got it. It just means.
I don't get it.
It just means cool.
I'm fine with
that's
slang.
all it means.
Slang is there's just new ways. It's taking existing words and doing them wrong. I don't like. So
I
don't get upset
love
about
doing that.
Bet or skibbity. I don't. It's whatever. It's slang.
But but the word stupid has evolved into that as well. Stupid can mean good. You know what I mean? It's nothing is defined.
It's all regional too.
Yeah,
you bad, the power glove being so bad, like the kids say now.
Exactly. You get it. Lucas says it, therefore it is gospel. Right?
Yeah.
Good. That's more growth today. What else can we ask for? Chat's turn. Listen, we're only 3 away from a dump royale, so and
we got a late start too. So
yeah, so we're only at an hour. So let's do it. Let's aim for it. Chat chose third person.
Hello, dumpers. Nate from Orlando again, asking, when you think about doing something in the future, do you envision yourself doing that in the first person or third person? So when you think about something that you did in the past, are you thinking in the first or third person? I don't know what the answer really tells me about you. I think in the third person when I think about the future because I want to see the room. I want to see the building. I kind of want to see the energy and the vibe going on for the whole setup. But when I think about the past, it is very individual because I know what I did. I don't know what the rest of the room looks like. What do you all do? Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Isometric.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know. I think it's probably a mix of both.
Yeah.
I know how mine breaks down. It's if I am craving something, if it is a sort of bodily reaction of I want that thing, and it's animalistic, it's first person because it's just my id acting. If it is me trying to plan and do something good for myself or say, hey, save money, because look at the third person old version of you. he's gonna need this later, and then I'm in third person, and it's actually helpful for me to like view the old version of myself doing something.
Sure.
Now I have empathy for that person, and so when I'm planning and I'm trying to be good, it's third person.
Or if there's a physical component, like, I keep picturing like this half marathon I'm doing in July, and like I'm picturing myself at the finish line. I'm picturing myself doing it. Like I can see that in third person.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I'll do like a wraparound camera. I'll start from behind, swoop around to the front. I'll lock eyes with myself, and then I'll go first person.
Yeah,
it's one of those things they get at weddings or a dream hack where it's just a camera that goes around. You put
Exactly.
your phone in it. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
But if I'm like imagining an object, I like spinning it around in my head because not everyone can do that apparently with their imagination.
Spinning an object? Oh no, it's spinning. It's like a Resident
spinning-
Evil item screen.
Yeah, a Chipotle burrito spinning in my
No,
head
that was
right
the
now.
dream. That was the dream thing.
No. Like some people there's that whole Apple visualization thing.
Right.
It's
Can you see
spinning
the back
cubes.
of
How
the
many
apple?
cubes can you
right?
spin in your head at once? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a PS2 boot up screen in there, baby.
Right.
Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch going on in there. It's like a whole Picross 3D thing going around. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Stay there.
Right. I said it last time. I think I'm seeing them. I don't, or am I just telling my brain that I'm seeing them? I don't know the difference. We don't
What's
have to
the
get into that
difference?
again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
How would
exactly.
I ever know?
Exactly. That's my point. I think for me, past first person, future third person.
Yeah, that seems like a fair breakdown.
I think that's what we'll.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll chalk it up to. Very good question, caller. I like that. More of that, please.
I thought all the questions have been good so far.
Yeah, these are
I love
great.
our callers.
Yeah, I'm not picking my favorite child. I'm just saying that one
No,
was
I
really
think you
good.
are. I think
Vern
you are.
is my favorite. I like
You're
Vern.
right. Vern, yeah.
Hey, you people who just says internal visualize your butthole near your head. And I just did
Yeah, I can
that
do it.
like
I can do it.
involuntarily. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like
That's
on my
cool.
temple, there's a
Yeah,
asshole.
exactly. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, no.
I
Ever
can do
since
I can symmetric assholes on my
Oh,
forehead.
yeah,
I can do
instead
that.
of
Yeah.
ears. Instead of ears. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
just buttholes. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I look really cool actually.
Ever since we got that voicemail from Pax about like horizontal butt cheeks, I think about it every other day.
That'd be so inconvenient.
That one escapes me. Yeah.
The top flap. We wouldn't call them cheeks. They'd be flaps.
I'd have
But,
to
like,
recalibrate my bidet.
Yeah,
Would my
oh boy.
legs be the same?
We'd evolve differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's just walking wide-legged. Yeah.
Just one front, one back
Yeah, one
leg.
front, yeah, exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
man, brown-eyed girl. That's a different term now.
Okay. Bringing it down. Bringing down the level of qual. Okay, pal. Okay. Well, we are definitely going to hit the Dump Royale, folks. So a big thank you to the cast and crew today, being able to get that across the finish line. Let's have Grub decide which one's going first, and then that'll be which one's going second.
Yeah. I'm going to go with wrapped around it, please.
Hi, I just saw a guy driving with one arm out the window that had, I would say, a medium-sized snake wrapped around it. So I have to ask, what is the most bizarre thing you've ever seen in public?
The caller is a snake? Is
Like,
that
yeah,
what I
not a
heard?
tattue, an actual snake.
Like a
Like a
boa
sheep
Around
snake.
the
constrictor.
arm?
Yeah.
Were
Yeah.
they saying it was coming out of a car? Or was
So,
it-
okay.
Arm out the window.
Let me help. They're driving. Arm
Yeah.
out the car. They have their like hand up on the roof, like they're cool
Yeah.
dude. And on the arm, probably on the forearm, is a medium-sized snake
Oh, that's
coiled
fucking
around it.
crazy. Okay.
That's
That is-
cool dude stuff.
I was going to say, that is
Wow.
pretty cool. Like, it's past the point of obnoxious, where it's back around to being cool again.
Exactly.
Sure.
Ain't bothering nobody.
Yeah, I mean, like, if the snake falls out of a moving vehicle, that's problematic. But, like, I don't think cool
Yeah, but I don't
dudes are
think
going
the
to let that
snake's gonna
happen.
do it. Yeah.
You think snakes feel safe around that arm?
You
know?
think he puts the snake away if he goes through a drive-through though?
Yeah.
No, I do think like
Oh,
when
you
when I think it's like an opportunity to show it off. I think it's like, look what I'm doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
so does he like use the other arm to make the transaction?
No, but you know what? If he's doing that at the drive-through, it goes back to being douchey.
Oh yeah. Clearly, in this moment, like
Yeah.
fine, but he's out there doing it, so you can be a douche about it. Yeah.
Hey Up says the snake takes the receipt. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that visual.
Hand it to my snake.
The snake will grab it.
Yeah. This is my accountant.
I don't know what the craziest shit. But that was it. It was like a very specific snake arm driving story, and then a very generic. What's the craziest thing you've seen in public?
I'm gonna assume the caller meant to say while driving.
Yeah.
Or in a
Okay,
car.
that narrows it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The about 3 months ago on a very, very busy road, I saw someone driving what I assume was like the closest to not being road safe or street legal Hummer. And it was like dressed up in like beads and very obnoxious ephemera all over it. And I wanted it to just disappear. And it was like it was like car arguing with someone behind it. And it was like stopping short on what is a 55-mile-an-hour road. And obviously being the most dangerous thing you could ever see. And I had made a jug handle, which is just a New Jersey speak for a left turn. And I caught it on the other side and I was just watching it. And I want you guys to tell me what you think the person driving that car looked like.
You know that TikTok girl that has she's like rapping about how she's a Norwegian alien or whatever, and she's she cured her like pancreatitis or something by like getting the right energy. I think it looked like that lady.
Oh.
I mean, that's like fair, but like it's off base, but it's fair. It was just like a gigantic thumb with sunglasses was like the kind of
that
like
check. The sunglasses
like,
for sure. Yeah,
it was just that,
yeah.
and I just
which is like a is it Biff from Back to the Future haircut?
Oh, that's a compliment. You're being complimentary there, dude. Oh yeah. What about you guys? What's the strangest
when I was
thing?
a child, I was in the back, like driver's side seat, and I looked out the window, and I was just looking down like you do as a kid, and it must have been. Do you guys know those like little Shriner cars, like the guys in the little cars?
Fez, yeah.
Fez.
Oh.
It must have been like he was driving on a real road, but he like was driving and he kind of like peeled away, and I see it, and I'm like, "There's a little car next to us. What is going on?" And I yelled at everyone, and no one else saw it. So I felt like this is my first hallucination. I am like 7 or 8, and I just had my first hallucination. And for years, I didn't understand it until eventually I saw, those Shriner guys driving the little car, and it messed me up for a long time. I'm like, I remember this thing so vividly, but yeah, that was very weird, very upsetting.
I was driving behind a U-Haul once, and then like the back popped up, and there were a bunch of people in there.
No.
Not it wasn't anything nefarious or anything. It was just like a bunch of dude bros like holding onto a couch and like giggling.
Oh, okay. That's
And I was like, no, maybe don't do this, boys. Maybe close it properly.
One that comes to mind is we were driving to my in-laws for something from Connecticut. So we were going across the Tappan Zee Bridge. It used to be the Cuomo Bridge. And
other way around, but yeah, I get it.
Oh, is it the Cuomo Bridge now?
Yeah.
No, it's the Tappan Zee Bridge now, 2017 to present. Know your bridges, New England boy. Anyway,
I'm 100% right about that.
Look it up. I think it's the Tappan Zee
We're
Bridge.
not taking a geography test again.
Geography quiz.
Look it up. It's the Tappan Zee Bridge.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just keeping quiet because I know I'm right.
Okay, I'm looking at the facts right now.
There's nothing
from all the way
I'm
here in
not-
Minnesota. I know your area better than you.
I'm not going to say anything.
Knife
I'm
fight.
100% right, and I'm not going to get back to
Chat
you on
says
this.
you're in denial. Let me see.
It's fine. Chat's not from...
And another one says
Oh,
Dan
yeah,
is
this-
wrong unless they changed it back.
This is more interesting than my my thing. Okay, here
I'm
we go.
keeping quiet because I know I'm right.
No, there was an old Tappan Zee Bridge that closed in 2017. I am referring to Tappan Zee Bridge 2017 to present. That's the only one I would have driven across because I moved there in 2020. So I'm right. Fuck you.
Keeping quiet.
I'm objectively correct.
No, there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say.
Yeah, do we just like let them tucker themselves out or what?
Yeah, no, this is what happens. And then like last time
I'm not doing anything because I know I'm right. I know I'm right.
Last time this happened,
No, you're not.
Mike shot me a look through the thing saying, "Are you going to stop this?" And then I ESP'd him back like, Mike, just let them tire each other out.
Okay.
It started construction in 2013. It opened in 2017. I lived there from 2020 until 2023. The bridge I crossed was the Tappan Zee Bridge.
287?
I don't know.
Are you talking about 287?
I will put this in the
Is it
chat.
possible there's multiple bridges?
There could have been an older one called that. The one I'm referring to is called the Tappan Zee Bridge.
So you were driving to the in-laws, Dan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jan, thank you for doing the good work.
I won. It's great. Okay. And then there was like a big semi in front of us, like a good amount of road ahead of us. And then all of a sudden we heard this loud sound and we saw it like lurch and a tire like flew up in the air like super high. This is only like a year and a half ago. And the tire, it was just the rubber part, just whoop, landed right on our windshield.
Oh, God.
As we're driving on this like freeway bridge, and credit to Bonk, I mean, this thing just swam and cracked our windshield. And she just stayed steady, crossed. I got on the line with like insurance because it's like, oh, got to make sure, you know, I don't know how this works or whatever, if we need to get our windshield replaced or something. But yeah, just seeing it in like slow motion, hearing the explosion, seeing it fly up, and then like hitting the windshield right there on the Tappan Zee Bridge. It's just a crazy thing.
That's where it happened.
You're probably right, Dan.
Dan's right.
Dan is right.
You're right, yeah.
Dan is right.
Correct.
I mean,
I do
guess
think Dan is probably right.
Thanks,
Oh, okay.
I mean, look, you just
I
look
love
at
when our
chat
friends
and
come on the
everyone confirming.
I can't
that I'm
wait
right.
till we're all old and then Dan still pulls out his soundboard.
He's gonna pull, it'll just be like his Pip Boy, and he's just like,
Mike Hardy's been
As I'm on
dead for
my
15 years.
deathbed,
and you're
as
still
I'm on my
doing it.
deathbed, they all agree with me. Goodbye.
if you remember, it's like all
Your
these
hand-
young people. It's like all these young ass.
Your
people.
hand slips. Disagree.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know what to say anymore. Anyway,
It's okay to be wrong. I'm not judging
you're
you.
right. It is, except when you're right. But it's fine. We're not. I told you, I'm not talking about it anymore. What I am talking about is the Dump Royale, ladies and gentlemen, which we are on the precipice of. Let us complete the entire circle and play this last voicemail.
So, yeah, it's 11:30 in the morning, and I'm eating clam strips from White Castle. I know there's something wrong with me. I get it. So, are there any restaurants or fast food places where you like something from them that is not their, like, thing, and that's what you go there for? Like, I guess the best example is, like, the biscuits from Red Lobster. It's a seafood place, but I love the biscuits. So what kind of stuff like that do you like?
Yeah, Long John Silver's. I'm not a big seafood guy, so I'd never really get Long John Silver's. But I remember as a kid, I liked the Hush Puppies. And like, also the main thing for me now is I don't go there often, but my mom used to go through the drive-thru and ask for like the crumblies, or I forgot how she put it, but
Crispy
it's just
bits.
like the crispy bits. Yeah, it's just like the shit that like cracks off the fish or whatever, like the crispy brown stuff that just it's at the bottom of a bag and it's super greasy. Like I like that.
I think that Arby's is known for their roast beef, but I'll go for like all the other stuff too. The mozzarella sticks. They have like an eclectic menu.
They do.
So I'll get the mozzarella sticks and the buffalo chicken sandwich, and they have like a decent like deli style sandwich that's pretty good that Steph likes a lot. So yeah, it's like the whole. I celebrate the entire Arby's catalog.
Good for you, Grub.
I think more often than not, it does come back to the bread stuff for a lot of places, right? Because it's like, oh, you know, like that one place is really good at steak, but like, yo, they do these like popover bread things that are kind of great. And I'm not gonna lie, we're half the reason we're going there is for the bread. Like,
Right.
that's what we're doing.
That's a big part of the Popeyes chicken sandwich, even though that like the chicken is fucking incredible. Like that bun is the best fast food bun I've ever had.
Oh, you know, now that you mention it, it is pretty dang good.
I
It's
still don't know if
incredible.
I've had that.
I honestly think it's the best fast food item I've ever had.
Okay.
And I don't say that lightly.
I know you take it seriously.
I go to Wendy's a lot for chili, and I find it delicious.
Sure, yeah.
Oh,
That was
nice.
the thing we would do after school. My diabetic friend would be like, I got to go eat. I'm like, all right, man, I got you. Let's go. And I was the one that had a license. So I would drive him there, and he would get the secret menu item of the chili with the fries and their cheese, and I'll mix it together, make chili cheese fries, and eat it with a fork. And it
Delicioso.
was very good.
Grub, you've been working on Daikatana, and it's been really rough on you, but we can't do it next week because Mitch is gone. And so we talked about doing a Delight Club as a little bonus for you.
Yeah,
Grub, will
sounds nice.
you let me expense some Popeyes and have it delivered to you?
Yeah.
Fucking asking.
Really?
I'd like to do that. Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
expense a bunch of Popeyes too.
Have a Popeyes party.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
I would
get
like
some
that
for
very
myself
much.
too while I'm at it. While we're expensing,
Yeah, you know what? You
that
earned
sounds
it.
great. I
right.
did. Look, I've had to watch Daikatana, you know, so it's the same thing. And we'll figure out where Mitch is at, and we'll deliver some there. So
Oh, sounds good. Sounds
Yeah,
great
yeah.
to me.
yeah, Grub, if you want to, or Backlar, if you want to Venmo me, I could get you in on that too.
Yeah, look, I mean, look, thankfully no one will ever be able to run this back. And
We just showed that we're how unwilling we are to go watch our own stuff again. To be like, where's this? Where'd this come from?
Jen, do we have any kind of like siren sound effect or any kind of like Dump Royale? Sure,
I have
there
that.
you have
Who's
it.
that?
That's the celebration of the Dump Royale because we did it, folks. We got through all, I don't know how many there were, but it was quite a journey. Please allow us to have another Dump Royale. Have we done 2 in a row? We've never done it. Maybe we can do it next time. If you are a bridge or you know a bridge and you get really upset about misnaming bridges and not observing the fact when one bridge was called something for a really long time
a very normal thing,
and then it became another thing later on in life. If you're that kind of bridge or you know a bridge that happened to one of your bridge friends, call
this is
in.
what old men
Leave us a
argue about.
voicemail.
That's just what this podcast is.
707
Use my
exit
oats
flu.
code.
Yeah, use your oats code and call up the
Aging
voicemail dump
so
truck.
much
It ain't.
each
It's,
week.
Join us, Jan.
it ain't gonna help, Jan. You're hanging out with the wrong crew. If you wanna, if you're trying to feel young, all right. You're hanging out with.
Let's have a text message podcast or something.
We could write letter. We'd be pen pals.
Femboys thing.
What was that?
I had a great time for the most part here. I'm sick of being right, but 707 exit flu is the phone number. So please do your best to leave us a voicemail, and hopefully it will get played on the next program. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Grub. Thank you, Dan. But most importantly, thank you, callers. Thank you to all the chats, and we'll be back with a brand new program next week. Until then, bye-bye.
I like that we never addressed the femboys thing.